I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority.
So yeah, round table of knowledge. And here we are on the page itself. Again, you do not have to have headphones, and anyone can join us. You need to be a member of the website, but you can join us and come and hang out with us after the show. You can literally come here and just watch if you wanted to. But really what I want you to do is click on this, and it's going to allow you to join us in the room. Okay? So when you get here, just click on Beyond the Veil logo here, or the word join. Recognize that there's a password it's going to ask you for, and that password is 555. So you enter that password, and it may ask you for your name. You can just type in whatever your name is or your YouTube channel name, and then you can just join right in. You'll pop in. You'll be in studio with us, but not in studio because it's not live. It's live as in we can talk to each other, but it's not being broadcast. It's also not being recorded, and it is extremely private. It's beyond the veil. So we're not going to get troublemakers popping in. We're not going to get robots, things like that. And we don't have to worry about watching what we say. We can say whatever we want. Of course, we're not going there to be mean to each other. We're going there to get to know y'all guys better and allow you a way to be able to talk to us directly. This is going to be at the very end of the show, and I'll mention it again, but about 3:30, we're going to go to the round table of knowledge room. You can do it from your cell phone, or you can do it from your tablet or your desktop computer, whatever you want. And we can talk about whatever y'all guys want to talk about, because we'll be there for y'all guys. And so we do encourage you, come here, click the button. It ain't going to blow up. There ain't nothing bad going to happen. You're just going to all come in the room with us, and you'll be able to see us. We'll be able to see you. We'll be able to talk, hang out, share knowledge. Maybe you've got answers. Maybe you've got questions. All right. Now, getting to the topic of today, we have Humberto. Remember that name, Humberto. And then we have this storm here that's building that they say is going to turn into a hurricane and going to come right up the East Coast and slam into the county where I'm at. Okay? Yeah, that's what they're saying. And, but these two hurricanes are going to come in and get real close to each other. Kind of strange, ain't it? That's what they're saying. But what they're not saying is this. Let's see here. I've got a couple of windows here that I've got put to sleep, you might say. I think I can put that one back to sleep, as a matter of fact. Saves me bandwidth to be able to do what I'm doing here. Okay, so. All right, go to sleep, like I told you. There we go. So what we're looking at here is when two storms get close to each other, they will pivot, okay, around each other. And they create a counterclockwise dance. In the northern hemisphere, it's counterclockwise dance. In the southern hemisphere, it's clockwise dance. but we're up here in the northern. So one storm is coming right up the coast, supposed to come right into South Carolina, and the other one is coming in right behind it, and it's already a more powerful storm than the first storm. However, they're acting like both of them are going to be like Cat 4, Cat 5 hurricanes. So if they put it this way, it's likely that we're going to see something very interesting that they're not telling us about in the weather forecasting right now. There's something called the Fujiwara effect. Okay? And I just pulled it up here to get a bunch of information quickly. I did it using ChatGPT, using knowledge and creations from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. We're using it for good the best we can. I'm going to read you some stuff here, and you're going to remember the name Humberto, right? Okay, because that's one of the names of the hurricane. The next hurricane that's forming is supposed to start with an I. Okay, keep that in mind. All right, the Fujiwara effect is a phenomenon that happens when two cyclones, like hurricanes or typhoons, get close enough to influence each other's motion. It's named after the Japanese meteorologist Sakuhi Fujiwara, who described it in 1921. Here's how it works. Distance matters. If two centers of two cyclones come within 900 to 1,000 miles, which is 1,400 to 1,600 kilometers, of each other, their circulations will begin to interact. Orbiting motion. Instead of moving straight or following the predicted path, the two storms will start to rotate counterclockwise around a common point. In the northern hemisphere, it's counterclockwise. In southern hemisphere, it's clockwise. It's like they're dancing around each other. Outcomes. If they are similar in strength, they may keep orbiting until they drift apart. Like if they got stuck in an area, they could just keep spinning around each other until high pressure pushes them in one direction or another, because ultimately high pressure on both sides of the storms is typically what gives the avenues or the ditches basically where they can go through, the paths. But if they're kind of caught in an area, which they're already saying that the hurricane coming up from the Bahamas area is going to come up and turn and go inland. Humberto is out to the sea right now and coming in right behind it. And they are going to get within 1,000 miles of each other, even closer than that. And I'm going to show you here in a second. It says, if one is much stronger, it can dominate, sometimes pulling the weaker one into itself and absorbing it. In rare cases, they can merge into a single larger storm, though that's unusual. This effect is most commonly observed with tropical cyclones, but can also occur with other type of low pressure systems, meaning, of course, hurricanes is a tropical cyclone. Now, here's your example that they give us. Check this out. A famous example in 1995. Hurricanes Iris, which this hurricane that they got down there is supposedly going to be named as an I also. And I think it's going to be Imelda. But Iris, in 1995, Hurricanes Iris and Humberto interacted in the Atlantic and demonstrated the Fujiwara effect. Another case was 2017 when Hurricanes Hillary and Irwin, another H and I, did a kind of dance in the Eastern Pacific. Now, it's interesting how lately things tend to happen before they happen. Like in the movie Snake Eyes. There was a guy in the movie Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage and a few of those actors, you know, the high-paid professional liars, deceivers. Yeah, those guys. In that movie, they showed a person named Charlie Kirkland that gets boomed in the neck. And
same date.
The same date in September that the boom happened to the other Kirk.
Do you know what that stadium he was in, what they call that stadium?
Well, I know it's in the Trump building. It was
Q.
It's named Q.
Yeah, the nickname of it is the Q.
The Q. Well, that's perfect. You see, so they like to show in certain ways prior to them doing a big magic trick. They like to show it happening some other way in some other situations. Just happens to be that we had a hurricane, or two hurricanes in 1995, named Iris and Humberto, same exact name of the one that's out here over the Atlantic right now, Humberto, that's supposedly coming right in here towards South Carolina, and it's going to drop down, going to be lower than Imelda, which this one they're claiming is going to be called Imelda. Imelda is going to come up the coast kind of quicker, and Humberto is going to come in behind it and to the right of it. And will they dance? We're going to find out. We're going to find out. So I asked it to draw me a drawing, to kind of explain some things. And I haven't really analyzed it yet, but let's look at it together. It says, here's a diagram showing the Fujiwara effect. Two storms, blue and red, start near each other and begin orbiting around a shared center point, the black dot, tracing circular paths like a dance. So we've got the common center point is in the middle right here. Let's see if I can open this. It's wanting me to save it. I could do that. Let's just throw it in there. And we can see if we can open it so we can get a bigger image. Oh no, it's not going to do what I want to do. Oh well, y'all guys have to, you can see it kind of, right? So common rotation center point is the black dot in the middle. And the blue and the red colors represent Humberto and Imelda. And they continuously will dance in a counterclockwise path around each other until an influence from the outside causes them to move on away wherever they're going, and they may keep dancing. Or if they run out of energy, things can start happening, or if one gets really weak, the other one might suck it in. There's a lot of variables here that are not being accounted for in the weather forecasting right now. Now we've got, see, where have I got it at here? Right here. We've got some of the current models, forecasting models, that do not take into account Fujiwara effect. Okay? The models are not designed to take into account the Fujiwara effect, because it's like a supernatural thing kind of that's going on when this takes place. Now you can see in this model, this is Imelda. If I back it up a few clicks, you can see, of course, it's back down there where it's at about now. Okay. And then as I move it forward, this is on Saturday, tomorrow, Sunday. By Monday, this is what we got. You got Humberto to the rear and a little bit further to the south. And you got Imelda to the east of it and to the north slightly. A perfect scenario for a Fujiwara dance. Now, it said they had to be, if they got closer than 900 to 1,000 miles. How far are these apart right here? Well, from where I'm at, right here where my cross is at on the screen, to Miami is 500 miles. So from there to there is 500. So from there to there is about 700. So at this point right here, they would already be closer than 900 to 1,000 miles. And it's referring to the center of circulation. And as I click forward, the current model is showing, of course, Imelda coming straight in, what looks like a very, very intense storm. Let me see if it tells me what the pressures claim to be at this point. Does not right here that I can see right off the top of my head. But you can see that storm is coming right into, well, where I'm at right now, literally. Okay. And
in our backyard.
I'm 17 miles from the ocean, that way. Technically that way, according to how you're looking at the screen, but anyways, I'm 17 miles to the ocean. And
I'm 31. Yay.
You're 31?
31.
Yeah. So, and we're only about, Roxy and I are probably about 45 minutes apart, something like that. She's in Horry County. I'm in Georgetown County. And
we are exactly 62 miles apart.
Oh, there you go. So as you can see, it's got it onshore with a pressure of 782. Offshore, I really can't see it. But we've got a perfect scenario for a fujiwara here. Now this is just one model. We can look at a couple of other models and see what we see. We can look at the ECMWF model and see what it's showing. But again, they're not taking into account the Fujiwara effect. Now here is the secondary model, okay? And I'll back it up, bring them offshore again. This one is not showing Imelda. The model I showed y'all guys first is the one they're running with on the news. This is just an alternative spaghetti model, okay? And it's not showing Imelda getting that strong. Now it's got Humberto at a Cat 5 out there, approximately. But still, we've got two cyclone type things very close to each other, within 1,000 miles here, okay? From coast to coast, it's only, 2,500 miles? From the coast of South Carolina to the coast of California. Like, I'm not even sure if it's 2,500. Can you check and see how far that is, Shannon? Roxy?
On it.
I thought you were. I heard your fingers going.
You got to remember, I know what you're thinking before you say it.
Yep. So these models, even though they may be correct in the fact of where they're headed towards, when they get closer than 900 to 1,000 miles, the Fujiwara effect is going to come into account. Now, again, it means like this, similar to this, okay? It means that the two storms will start to rotate. This is not a good example in the way that they're laid out, because this is, say, Humberto, and it's down here to the lower, it'll be down here somewheres. And Imelda's going to be more up here as they come in together, tandem. And if they start to spin, like if one hits, weakens a little bit, and it starts to pull out, the other one will spin and come in. See, this is the problem that this could represent. And I can guarantee you, there ain't no weather people out there talking about this, likely. There may be some YouTubers possibly talking about it, but no weathermen, because they They got a script to follow. We just make stuff up as we go. We don't have no script. We use our brain and don't read what others tell us to say.
Ain't nobody pulling our strings.
That's right.
2,500 miles to drive, 2,200 as the bird flies.
So less than 2,500. Okay. Bird flies is what?
2,200.
Okay.
That's Myrtle Beach to LA. I just put in 2 cities to.
Okay. So from here to here is like 2,200 miles. So from here to here is definitely less than 1,000. It's like 700. But this is a different model. Let's click on forward and see what it's showing. See, it shows it going
right
in
through them mountains.
Yep, it's going to. The first one is going to drown the Appalachians again, because they're saying there's a low pressure right here again, just like for what was the name of the hurricane?
Helene.
Helene. Remember Helene come in and there was a low pressure here, and they said, "Oh, it swung around it and caused the hurricane to go into the mountains."
Have they taken our ability offline to see microwave on the maps like this? I know they were talking about taking that from us, but if you'll notice, previous to Helene and others, right there in Alabama, there's normally, if they're trying to steer it, there's a large microwave burst.
Well, you would think
in Alabama
they would maybe possibly try to hide that this time.
Well, I know I saw some stuff saying they were going to try to take that offline, that we wouldn't be able to see microwave.
Here we are again. This is a different model. This is called the NavGen. And see, they're not taking into account this dance thing at all, really. And they're not showing, I mean, the model that they claim that is going down is this one. Let me back up 2 pages. This one. This is the one they're showing you on the news right now. And that's the one that brings it straight up the coast.
Yeah, the news is saying Humberto's going to hang a right and stay out at sea.
That's what they're saying. But according to the Fujiwara effect, if they get closer than 900 to 1,000 miles of each other, and they're both nice and strong, all bets are off. And you start to get a dance. All right, so what else do we want to know about the Fujiwara? Let's ask Mr. Know-It-All here and see if he can tell us. And he's got his image wrong. This would be the southern hemisphere. This would be clockwise motion. Oh, wait a minute. Humberto coming under and the other one going out. This would be like after Imelda had already like hit, it pulls out and goes around, and Humberto is pulled under and comes in. But that's
double
again,
tap.
that's still clockwise. This is off. They're supposed to spin like this in the northern hemisphere. This image has got it the opposite way. So let's see, what would be a good question to ask this thing? Are there any records of 2 storms hitting the same location more than once?
Well, you know, Hugo come in, looped out, and come back. I don't know what else was going on out there meteorologically, if that's the correct word, when Hugo hit, but when it come in and flattened us. We are hurricane resilient, folks. We've done this our whole life.
Yeah, we've done it. But we ain't never had 2 do a dance on us before. We've had some, what was the one's name again from a year or so ago?
Helene.
That one was a sucker punch, and they did that. And most people know that. that they did that to the Appalachians intentionally. Then they followed it up again with a couple other storms that caused flooding up there as well. This one,
I still think those two we had here, Matthew and I think it was Fran, and they hit back to back, and it was like flooding. And time it started subsiding, another one rolled in.
It's not giving me the answer that not answering the question that I wanted.
You have to be very specific with it.
Right. Due to the fujiwara effect.
No, we'll never forget Hugo either. I lost track of Daniel during Hugo and freaked out. I still feel that freak out in my bones.
Darling.
You have no idea, man. I remember Hugo and I was young.
Right. Yep, and I, like a dummy, come running down here. I was in the military. I come running down here, and man, it was demolished. What, darling?
We were probably about 15 or 16.
Yeah, I was probably about 19 years old and in the military, something like that. All right.
I was 13, and all I knew was you were coming, and the phones didn't work, and nobody knew where you were. And
okay, so it says it hasn't happened before, no documented happening before, where, I'll just read it. The Fujiwara effect does make storms dance around each other, sometimes pulling one into the other. But in the historical record, there are no well-documented cases of two tropical cyclones hitting the exact same location sequentially because of the Fujiwara effect. It says, here's why. Well, let's read. Most Fujiwara interactions happen over open ocean. By the time the storms finish their interaction, usually only one of the storms survive to make landfall because the stronger one absorbs or deflects the weaker one. Well, according to the forecast, they're going to be right close to the land this time. But let's keep reading. Landfall timing matters. For two storms to hit the same coast due to Fujiwara, they would both have to stay strong and coordinated. Yeah, they like coordinate stuff. Coordinated near land, which is rare. This is why we're talking about it today. Since land interaction weakens storms quickly. Yes, it does. What has been seen, Hurricanes Hillary and Irwin in the Pacific orbiting each other. They didn't hit land, but it was a textbook Fujiwara dance. Let's pull. We might see about pulling a video here in a minute and see if we can. I've looked at the video before, but I'll do it for y'all guys. In 1995, Hurricanes Iris and Humberto interacted in the Atlantic, but they did not strike the same coast together. There are other examples like Typhoon Parma, Typhoon Meller in 2009 in the Philippine regions, where Fujiwara interaction changed landfall paths, but not where both storms hit the same place, one after the other. So the short answer, no record of it. Okay. Yes, I would like for you to do that. It said, would you like for me to dig up scientific modeling studies that tested whether Fujiwara-linked double landfalls could happen under the right conditions? The robot or the fallen god is looking into it at the moment. Whatever they're going to end up turning this into. Let's see what else I've got here. Check while that's doing its thing. We'll check another model or two. I haven't looked at them this afternoon. Ooh, look how close those are. Wowzer. Now, if that ain't close enough, I mean, have you ever seen two hurricanes that close?
Nah, but that looks like the making of a superstorm.
Right? Exactly. And that's the thing, is if this one comes in here and there's no way to know exactly how this is going to go down. But if one comes in, only they that may be in control might know what's going to go down. But, what would be the likely scenario that they would want in order to get the maximum damage or the maximum achievement of their goals that we perceive? Like destroying the Appalachians, for one. Destroying things in general, they seem to slightly enjoy. Trying to use a different word, but I go with slightly enjoy. Let's take this forward and see what happens.
They love chaos.
Mm-hmm. Let's go backwards. Okay, so they're showing this one coming up again, not taking into account Fujiwara, not in the modeling system. The other one turns and goes away. And that one never hits land, according to this model. Okay. Well, that's
I can live with that.
I could live with that. Yeah. Just trust me, I don't want one hurricane to hit here, let alone two.
No.
Especially if it's anything, if it's a Cat 3 or higher. If it's a Cat 4 or 5 and it makes landfall right here, bad news. Bad news. When,
well, and one of my problems is where I'm at, I'm probably a quarter of a mile from the actual river to walk them all.
Yeah, flooding can be a really bad thing if they hang around.
Well, we get landlocked in here.
You get landlocked, yeah. Turn this forward to see where it's kind of showing this storm. It's showing some land right there, but I don't know where this is at. Can't zoom out on it, I don't think. Or can I? Apparently not. Nope. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to this one and see if it gives us any better view. This is Humberto, but it doesn't even have the other one on the map. How does that work? Okay, it's showing this one coming up. Well, the other model has it way closer together. Shows this one hitting, coming inland, and then the other one just going off to the north. Right. I like that one too. Could definitely live with that as well. Let's look at this one as well. See what it's showing. Okay, showing them coming in. They're saying this one is going to move faster and come in up under this one. That's what we're hearing on the news here locally. But then they're saying, oh, it's just going to swing and go back out to sea. Hopefully so. But even if we get a strike with anything Cat 3 or above, especially Cat 4, Cat 5, it's awful. Because it's just bad. And seeing this model, nothing even gets hit. Both of them just stop and turn and go away. I can live with that too.
I'm all about that turning and going away.
Yeah, me too. My concern is I know that we've got some psychopaths that happen to be
that like to push buttons on machines.
Yeah, they like to say, well, one, they like to predict things by making it happen, like in movies and other situations, like just a few years ago, we had a Humberto and another storm with the letter I that did the dance. Did they go, let me figure out what to do now?
Well, see, I think of these monsters as like somebody who takes a stick and puts it in an ant bed and stirs it up to watch the ants run. Because they literally think they're God. So, I mean, it's like they just like to stir the ant bed. Shaking our snow globe.
Yep. They definitely look at us as not much better than an ant, that's for sure.
Cattle.
Yeah, so it's showing, here's kind of the dance thing where they can rotate around each other. You start spinning. Little image of that. I have the, let's see if I can find a model that possibly is closer on either one of these storms. No, don't think that's it's like up in Alaska. One of those regional. The closest we can get probably is this, which shows the current storm really, and the other one. And they're not very far apart right now. That is pretty close. This is what they're going to call a melda stirring up. Looking like somebody's pouring gasoline on it or something. I mean, if I think back my whole life, we've seen hurricanes kind of one coming in, but it's kind of going this way, and then another one kind of coming and it's going a different way. But to have them both coming in together, like a double barrel shotgun, we've never seen that one. Not here in South Carolina anyways. I mean, do you remember one, Roxy?
No, but another problem is a lot of our life was lived pre-Google.
No, there is that. So, yeah, that's true. Let me see if I can find.
I won't never forget the first hurricane that actually, like, I remember it as a child. It was Hurricane David, and Daddy come by and said that me and my grandma couldn't stay there at her house because she lived in a mobile home. So we went to somebody else who had a brick home down the road, and we come back and there was a tree through the house, in her bedroom, through her bed, and through the floor of the house. It snapped the top out of a pine and it went through her mobile home, through her bed, and through the floor.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in a situation where the house got destroyed. It scared the bejeebies out of us, and the water would be about up high enough. I mean, we'd be swimming in the yard like a bunch of crazy people. I mean, when I was a kid, we used to go
knock
swimming
Mom
in
and
the
Daddy's
ditches.
house off the foundation.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, the one she lives in now, it literally knocked it off the blocks.
Wow. As Kim said, the house that we're in now, Hugo knocked a tree down onto the kitchen. Yeah, we got trees around. We don't need none of that. We don't need none of that.
We live in pine tree country
around here. The model they're following is showing Umberto just making this curve. It's unlike what the other model is showing. So hopefully that is the case.
We're getting a little bit of lag in audio for some reason.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. I want to point out something real quick. We're not going anywhere yet, so don't run away. But we are going to be doing something a little different today. And that is, just to point it out in case you just got here, we're going to be going to what's called the Round Table of Knowledge. Okay? Right after the show. So it's kind of like it's a hangout where we're not live and there's not, hundreds of people watching, this kind of thing. It's a more relaxed. It's not being recorded. It's just a hangout area on the website where you can come and click on this button here that says Beyond the Veil Roundtable of Knowledge. put in the password, which is 555. Type your name. No, you're not signing into. You sign into the website, but you're not signing in. All you do is type in your name. And then it pulls us in together, kind of like me and Roxy are right now, and Miss Kim, except we're in a room that's not being recorded. It's peer-to-peer, and all you have to have is a cell phone or a tablet or computer. You don't have to have headphones in this case. It's a long story why we have to have headphones to do the show, but anyways, but you don't have to have headphones in order to use this room on the website called the Round Table of Knowledge. And it's a place where you can go and hang out anytime you want. Invite a friend or whatever and say, let's go hang out at the round table and talk about whatever. And you can come here and just watch if you want to and listen, or click the button and join in. Okay. And we're going to be going there here in just about 15 minutes or so. Now, since today is Friday, we're trying to take things a little bit lighter. And I had a couple of videos just having a little fun. One or two of you may or may not have seen these videos in the past, but I'm going to share them with you here in just a second, as soon as I get my ducks in a row on where I'm at right now. All right, let's see. Yeah, so let's take a look at something just a little bit more chilled out, you might say. Okay, here we go.
They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together ooky, the Addams Family. Their house is a museum. When people come to see them, they really are a scream, the Addams Family.
Neat. Sweet. Petite.
So get a witch's shawl on, a broomstick you can crawl on. We're gonna pay a call on the Addams Family.
I'm a lawyer.
We're just having a little fun there on a Friday. And you ever seen that before, Roxy?
I have. I've seen that one before.
Yeah, well, like to have a little fun with them every now and then, instead of with them just messing with us. And I've got one more little cool piece. I'm kind of trying to time things is why I'm kind of doing this, guys. It's got about just around 15 minutes before we're going to go and give y'all guys a chance to come and talk to us as in person as you can get when you're talking about a situation by going to the Round Table of Knowledge, which we're going to hang out there. If nobody shows up after about 10 to 15 minutes, we're going to leave. But if you're there, we'll hang around with you a little bit, okay? But you got to join us. We ain't going there just for me and Roxy to hang out and talk. We're going to be there in case
we do
y'all
that
guys
all
wanna
day,
jump
every
in.
day.
You can be on your cell phone. Yeah, we're already talking all day, every day, so we got that down. That part we got down.
We have literally got it down.
Yep. Wanted to show this real quick and remind everybody that the Angel Cruise is still going on. We're still accepting signups. People might be interested in going on the Angel Cruise with us. as well as we also have the tinfoil hat contest going on right now. If you go to the website, click on the tinfoil hat logo there, and it'll bring you over to this page where you can now submit your images. Okay, we've gotten several.
We got a really
good.
cool one this morning.
Yeah, we did. Boy, that one's looking good. I wanted to send in.
She's even put me to shame. I'm like feeling kind of slack after I seen that one. I'm like, well, I thought I was doing good. Nah.
Yeah, it looks professional.
She done it.
You make a tinfoil hat. All this, we're just having fun. Okay, we're very serious here on this show, and I work a lot, so we're just having some fun. Okay, and all you got to do is make a tinfoil hat. Enter the contest, take photos of the tinfoil hat. You can be wearing it or you can set it on the table. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a hat for your head. It's just a tinfoil hat for something. Can you think of anything that needs a tinfoil hat, knowing what tinfoil is good for and what it can block? Can you think of anything that needs it? So you come here, put in your first name, last name, email address, your phone number. Phone number's needed so we can get a hold of you and get your address and ship your product to you, because there are a couple of prizes. Okay, there's nothing extremely valuable. There is this. I'll show you here if I can pull up myself. Yeah, this. Where's the camera? Ah, there it is. There is this. This is a 1946 Walking Liberty silver coin. That's what that is. And I happen to have a few, and so it was given to me, so I'm going to give it to one of y'all guys. And we also have a plaque saying that you are the super commander of the Tinfoil Hat Club. And we also have a couple of things that we're going to be throwing in. I think Roxy said she had something she was going to throw in. And Roxy Ball's coffee cup. And we've got some things like, if I got it in my pocket, I do. Kind persons sent me some of these in the past. What they are is not the keys, but this part right here. Okay. This part here. And all it is something for you to keep your keys on. It's simple. But I've had mine on this now for, I don't know, a year. And it's still fine. And I didn't think it would last that long, to be honest. But it is. And I use it all the time. Got it in my pocket all the time. The Green Acres theme. The who, Mr. T? You're talking about Trump, obviously. Oh, do one. Yeah. Yeah, I probably could do something like that. Let's see here. Trying to find my right window again. There we are. Yeah, we could probably, I like to have fun every now and then and do something just for fun. That's kind of what that was.
We don't get to have a lot of fun, guys. We spend so much of our time down these horrible rabbit holes, learning about all the lies and the depravity of these monsters that a Friday afternoon with a few smiles and laughs is a big thing for us sometimes.
Yeah. Now, I do have one other video here that I'm going to play. I think it's kind of cool. It kind of gives you a melancholy kind of feel. But it was a video that I made kind of for Roxy and I for when we were kids. So I'll let y'all guys check it out, and we'll be right back in just a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, camera's off. Thanks, Daniel.
Huh? What?
You make me cry every time you play that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I miss our childhood.
Yeah, me too. I'm sure probably most of us do. We grew up real poor, but there's a lot of people that grew up in a lot worse situations than just poor. We had plenty of ketchup sandwiches and plenty of some
trees to climb and ditches to play in.
And ditches to go swimming in. We'd fill up a trash can full of water and it'd be a pool. And when the hurricanes come and it was a flood, it was like we had a pool in the front yard.
We had a lazy river.
Yeah, lazy river in the front yard, and we'd be out in it too. And never really got hurt or anything. Nothing.
Didn't worry about a TV or a video game.
No, we didn't. Although we did have an Atari. You got an Atari one time, and it gave me had a fit one time. Remember that?
Yeah.
The flicker of the screen kind of gave me like some kind of a seizure, and that kind of knocked me from wanting to play video games anymore. But we played plenty of Lincoln Logs and Legos and Monopoly.
Imaginary race car.
Yeah, imaginary race car. Got my teeth knocked out.
I told you the helmet was too big.
It was imaginary until I got my teeth knocked out my head. They're gone now too. Because
and take 4 chairs and a bed sheet and you can make a whole castle out of it.
Yeah, the castles we used to make.
Yes, remember Granny had those metal kitchen chairs and they were so good you could like put the sheets up on them.
Mm-hmm. And then we take a fan and put it up under there and turn it on.
Had our own little world.
Yeah. You figure out ways to have fun and entertain yourself. You guys
it's the curiosity and imagination that makes a child's world special.
Yep.
And there is none of that anymore because they're all tuned into one of these forsaken devices, the black mirrors that they're all tuned into.
Yep.
We literally take my grandbabies now and we lock their devices away and they only get them for a short limited time on the weekend. Since we've taken them and locked them in a closet every day, they come home and go outside and ride bicycles and play soccer and run through the neighborhood now.
Imagine that, being kids. And that's what they need to be doing. They don't need to be on the internet. I know of a child right now that's been given access to it, and it has about destroyed him. I mean, it's bad.
Especially if there's little to no adult oversight.
Exactly. Yep. You guys probably noticed on the screen today, we've got it says share my story at TheSupernatural.Show. And if you've had experiences in your life that maybe were supernatural, story that you can't tell people because, they think you're crazy. Well, if it happened, I want to hear it. Okay. And we used to do this quite a bit, but I want to get back to telling people's stories more often. So if you send your story to share my story at TheSupernatural.Show, 1, I'll get it. 2, I'll read it. And 3, we're going to read it in a show. And for everybody to see, okay, and hear. And it can be about supernatural happenings. It can be your testimony. It can be, you can share multiple stories in one email, or you can break it up into several emails if you want to. You can also submit this on the website as well. There's a place on the website where you can do that as well. I'll show you that real quick.
Now I have a question. When we go over to the table of knowledge, do I need to get out of here and go in there or stay here?
You get out of here and go in there. It's a different link.
Mm-hmm.
You should have it. If you don't, let me know and I'll get you one. Well, do you have your membership set up and working right on the website? You do, don't you? You don't know?
Probably. I don't know. I'm always on the back side, so I never log in like the regular way.
Right. You have complete access, so I get what you're saying. What you do is you come here to Beyond the Veil, go down to, but when you get to the website, log in, okay? You got the login area, there's a little drop down thing over here that allows you to log in. Once you log in, then you go to the Roundtable of Knowledge, which is the second drop down under Beyond the Veil, and it takes you to that page. Then you come down here and simply click on this logo. And if anybody's in there already, which there aren't yet, but if there's anybody in there already, they'll be showing up right here, okay? And once you click on this, it's going to take you through like 2 steps. It's very simple, even for y'all old school people. You should be able to pull it off. Just come to this page and click on this. You can do it on your cell phone. You don't need headphones. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your computer, your tablet, whatever it is you're watching on. If you're watching on a television, you probably can't do it on that. But anyways, unless you have that TV hooked up to a computer. So yeah. Oh, and I was going to point out where to submit your stories on the website. On the left-hand side here, you can see where it says Submit Story. Under TSS Submissions, Submit Story. So you can submit it there, or, of course, you can email it as well to sharemystory@TheSupernatural.Show.
I've got one that can see.
Logic before authority.